And up against them, it's Antonio Tarver. Of course, you remember him for what he did to Roy Jones Jr. He is the former multi-time light heavyweight champion of the world.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for...
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Todd, you know when you've got two fighters there that really believe they're going to win, really want to get it on, this is when it gets stupid.
So here we go, the juggernaut back on display. The face is telling the story from that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Only catching air with that hook. Good counter punching. Too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Beautiful counter shot. Do you believe this? Punch caught him clean. A swing and a miss with that jab. Lucky that hook didn't score. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter doesn't just want to win by knockout. They want to do it early so they can get out of here.
Tactics out of the window. These guys just want to brawl.
He blocks the uppercut. What a punch. Punches have to hurt. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. That is illegal. There's a counter shot. This is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the table. There's the bell for round two. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Perfect counter lands. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counter puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Nice punch. Beautiful counter punch. All off-the-charts action from both of these fighters. This fight is all about distance for this man, and you can see he's using that length advantage.
Never gonna happen. If you got a good jab, you got a good reach. I know nobody could ever get past that jab.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I got...
Whoa, Johnny! Antonio Tarver's in big trouble! Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
It's all offense all the time. Catch and shoot. It's all offense all the time. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Nice slip to avoid the jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. He is down big time on the score.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot...
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Straight right just misses. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This is a high-octane battle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. No rest for the weary. Miss with that jab. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Can't score with that jab. Good job stopping that uppercut. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Go out there, just take the round off, win the round on the track.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs up.
Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
That's lights out right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your ball.
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Well done with that counter shot. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Just missed with that hook. Fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Jab misses. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. He caught him big time. Let's talk about Tarver in that last round. Beaten, bruised, and battered, but somehow he's still in it.
There's always a way back.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Having a hard time finding a home with that right uppercut. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. A perfect counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Don't get trigger happy. because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
And he scores with the counter. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. The courage on display here is incredible. Nice defense on that jab. Nice counter. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight.
Stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. A huge opportunity. Can he cash in? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away.
Let's start the 6th. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
They block the jab. His stamina is off the charts. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
So you get him in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Oh, down goes Joe Joyce. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, four, five, six. Your turn.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
That's a good start to the round for this guy.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Switch on. You've been coasting this fight. Now you're going back into it. Now it's a tougher.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Just keep them on the other.
Out in the first minute, stick him on the end of that jab, and then just start out.
That's it. Just start working a few body shots in there. Hurry up a little bit.
Here comes round 7. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skimming, go for speed.
Stamina is off the charts. They're both trying for a knockout. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Tarver in some serious trouble. Disaster averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Punch, counter punch. Got him there. Nice stop, but that won't score. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did it.
And there's the bell for round 8. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
We're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
That counter shot lands. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. The straight right just misses. In Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Just misses with that jab. They miss with the jab. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
The fighter's vision is paramount, and the referee may stop it here.
Are you all right? Are you okay?
And it looks like this fight will continue. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart. Smart, that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.